taste of the dreams. What I do? Lace up the shoes, taste of the dreams.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Brissett on first down. This one complete to Devin Funchess. Unable to corral him. He fights through. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Brissett sets to throw it. And the catch made by Hilton. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They get it to Funchess on the jet sweep. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Out of the gun, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The MVP of the National Football League, Lamar Jackson, bringing out the offense. And, look, him getting that award was no surprise. Announced the night before Super Bowl 54.
They could have announced it a month before.
Yeah, very well deserved. We knew it was coming, right?
Had to, right? 36 touchdown passes from a guy that supposedly couldn't throw. We knew he could run, but did you expect 1,206 yards and a new record for quarterbacks in the NFL?
No.
Not at all. 14-2 record for his team. Even though he didn't start the last game, he sat out because they had already clinched. 14-2, number 1 seed in the AFC. The one thing they didn't get, though, they didn't get to the Super Bowl. So I expect his offseason to be full of work, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy who claims that his Heisman Trophy is still sitting in a box in the corner of his house. He's talked about team goals, about personal goals. He's going to be really, really motivated next season. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that. Of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Being chased out left. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
Justin Houston is truly one of the elite pass rushers in the league. Knows how to get to the quarterback with a variety of moves.
On second down, Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and goal from the 6 this time. This is Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run with Ingram. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. As Indianapolis gets ready for this next drive, Charles, I want to get your thoughts on where they move after this season, because they were contenders much of the year. Remember, they were 5-2 and then eventually finished 7-9, but it looked like for a moment the AFC South was going to be theirs. What happened to this team, and where do they go?
Well, they had a bunch of injuries down the stretch, and you have to remember, going all the way back, this was a team that had to make the big adjustment at quarterback when Andrew Luck decided to retire right before the season. Jacoby Brissett became the starter, played fairly well, had a couple of injuries himself. The general manager at the end of the year did say the jury is still out on Jacoby Brissett, but they like him and they like his potential. The one good thing they've got going for them, if they can get a couple guys healthy, they've got a heck of a team coming back next year, led by their all-pro offensive guard, Quentin Nelson, the APM, automated people mover.
Now Brissett looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. Returnable for Thomas.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
What we got? Check. Cross.
It's a give to the right. Ingram. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I don't think you got it, son. Jim. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Hey, Mike, 50, Mike.
Throwing is Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check. Out. Slam.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 44-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
We play to win. Let's go.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Man open left side is Brown. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett, that's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Again, it's Brissett. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Brissett again. It's caught by Funchess. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation...
And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson now, eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown, and that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson, flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Ingram. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 39.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, Jackson forced out to his left. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 25-yard line.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, 0 pressure, all the time in the world, and he picks up the 1st down with that throw.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run here with Edwards. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 4 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
They'll try and run with Ingram. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the... The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Funchess has it complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Play fake, Brissett. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Off the play fake, here's Brissett.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First down, Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And room there to work it inside the 25. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and short yardage, Brissett. Ebron's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as...
The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 36 yards on the play.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, they'll run with Ingram. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
They'll try and run with Ingram. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
On 1st and 10, Brissett throwing middle, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brissett sets to throw it. Ebron with it over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. to throw is Brissett. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Brissett now. Throw complete there. Rodgers. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chester Rogers. 63 yards. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found the seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And again, it's Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Punching it in from a yard away as the Ravens push further out in front. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Here's Ingram. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And the Colts coming out now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Here's Brissett. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Max 50, max 50, max 50. Come on.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He'll buy some time right. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 38. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
Check nine, check nine.
They'll try and run with Ingram. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up two more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for two when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. On the delay, here's Hines. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Indy.
Post-game report, player stats. Finish game, team stats. Entering, player stats, team inv. Rushing selected. Receiving selected. Blocking selected. Defensive selected. Post-game report, play. Finish game. Entering play now live screen. You have two options. Favorite team's game: San Francisco 49ers at Kansas City.